Hi everyone, it's Rosemary from Red Sky, and I'm here today talking with the wonderful artist Adam Tragakis about his joint show with Adele McFarlane-Weil, and this show is titled Familiar Ground. Um, and in the process of, coming up with the concept of the show, Adele and Adam and I met, and they sort of expressed their ideas of what they were working towards. And so I just want to read you a little bit of Adam's statement about his pieces, and then I'll hand it over to him and let him show you some of the work and maybe tell you a little bit about the pieces that he's showing you. So this is from Adam. At the root of these paintings is the process of creation and destruction. I am exploring the balance of opposites and how they reveal something unexpected. In the process of painting the portraits, I realized they were becoming self-reflective in the sense that I was painting my own emotional responses to them. I began painting the familiar. So Adam, please give us a look at some of your pieces, and maybe if you want to elaborate on that statement, or over to you basically.
Okay, well, thank you for the introduction, and hello everyone. Let me flip these around, the camera around, and give you a tour of the pictures. So this one is titled 2020. I was thinking, sort of before this whole virus thing hit, I was thinking about the environment and sort of the beautiful, slow melting that's going on, and just sort of our, sort of a slow but peaceful plummet into perhaps catastrophe. Not a very happy thought, but just sort of thinking about, just reflecting on what's going on in the world, basically. So I was thinking about a still peaceful sort of reflection on the state of the world. So that's called 2020, or just simply iceberg. I think I called it 2020, the flux. So there's a bit of a detailed shot. It's from a photograph from a trip I took to Iceland many years ago. Sort of a glacier lake type of thing. I'm going to skip towards these ones. These are more of the abstracts that I was thinking about when I wrote my introduction there. This is called Night, and opposing night is day. So these are painted completely abstractly. There's no foresight involved in them. I'm not thinking about what I'm painting. I'm just sort of creating and seeing where it takes me. So it's this total idea of unconscious creation, basically. And I'm just using the colors that are already on my palette as I paint other paintings. And I'm sort of thinking about the balance of opposites, just balancing the light side of our lives and the dark side of our lives, and just seeing where it took me. And they were totally unintentional, not planned pictures. I don't know if you can see some detailed shots of them, but there's a lot of layers on there, and I really enjoyed sort of getting layers on there and just sort of seeing where it took me and just playing with paint, basically. So they're very playful to paint them, and just sort of, it's an interesting process just to see where it took me. Anyway, some detailed shots there. And then these two portraits are sort of the backbone, I guess, of the work. This one is called The Architecture of Exhaustion, or The Present. So just sort of, again, thinking about the present state of the world, and just sort of this idea of sort of just a confrontation with what's going on, and a strength, but also just a sort of, I don't know, the words elude me, but yeah, just a confrontation with what's happening, I guess. So it was meant to be a strong portrait. It's meant to be confrontational. Again, just playing with the background and playing with seeing where this picture took me, like trying to build it up, but also in the process of painting it, destroy some elements and some details, and then building them back up again. Um, Again, some detailed shots. I'm not sure how this picks up on video, but yeah. So that is sort of the idea of the present period. And then moving over to this one. This one is called The Resiliency of Hope, or the Future. And again, sort of the same theme, but this time thinking about the future. And that there's hope for the future. It's not completely dismal ideas of, you know, I think there's hope. I think we're going to be all right. And this is sort of that idea in paint. Using sort of peaceful greens and blues, again, playing with just textures and paint and trying to get that idea of sort of looking off into the future, hopefully. And some details of her face. The light's pretty glary right now, but anyway, I think that's pretty much in a nutshell what I was thinking when I was painting them. I wrote some notes here. Let me just check to see if I forgot anything while I give you a little tour again. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about them. Is there any questions or anything you want to ask in particular, or you think your viewers might want to know?
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk because when it does, it switches back over to me instead of the paintings. But I have to say, this is actually my first time getting to see all of this work together. I've had little sneak previews, but nothing really like this video. And now I'm very excited to go pick these up and see them for myself in person. And but I have to say, I was in that moment just so moved by the present and resiliency of hope, because I feel those emotions, I think, right now in this current climate. And so I found that, and even though we're on video, I'm quite moved, although everybody knows I'm kind of a sap, but no, I have to say it's very touching. And I think, yeah, I feel like even the iceberg lake or that painting makes me feel, even though I can think that I feel like it's a glacier, I also feel like it's my backyard, which I guess really in the context of the world, it is my backyard. But yeah, they're really beautiful, Adam, and I'm very excited to have them here and to share them further with folks. I don't know if anybody will have any questions, but I guess I'm going to reserve maybe the right to come back at you with some of them if I do get some, because this is the new platform, and I'm sure people will want to go further into conversation about the pieces.
For sure. Yeah, I welcome any questions or comments that people have. Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm excited for you to have them, and hopefully people will get to see them in person soon.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you this, but I am going to try to, within, extreme respect to the boundaries that we are sort of under, but for those people who are self-isolating and social distancing, but to make appointments for groups of 2 or maybe 3 to come spend a half an hour at the gallery. You don't have to touch anything while you're here. You have lots of space, and you just have a moment, I guess, in a different environment to sort of take in the work. So I'm hoping to get that launched and happen.
Awesome. Okay.
Also, I just want to mention that, I know that while we may have questions for you, it might be a little while before you're able to get back to us on some of those answers, because you're going to be kind of busy.
Yeah, I am going to be kind of busy. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, expecting a baby any day now. So it's pretty exciting. So just thought I'd have a baby and have a show in the middle of this crisis. So thinking of other things I can tack onto there.
Well, listen, I'll let you go so you can get back to the family. And thank you very much. And yeah, great work, Adam. It's just
Okay,
wonderful, and I can't wait to share it.
awesome. Well, thank you very much. And yeah, we'll talk soon.
Okay, bye.